welcome to Library Science 101 College Research Skills. My name is Norma Drapal and I will be your instructor this semester. In this class, you will learn about college research, the use of academic databases, different evaluation methods, and academic integrity. The course starts on Monday, October 23rd, and it ends on Sunday, December 17th. All of the lessons, assignments, and assessments will take place within Canvas. I will also host optional Zoom sessions. Be sure to log into my course daily to keep up with the assignment deadlines and my comments. The preferred browser is Google Chrome, and my course works best on a computer. And some assignments will require the use of a word processor such as Word or Google Docs. You can also use the Canvas student app to complete other assignments and to keep up with the class. I will host weekly module orientation sessions and weekly student office hours. Be sure to read the syllabus and my welcome letter for details. I am here to help you succeed, so please reach out to me by sending me a message in Canvas if you have any questions or if you would like to set up an appointment. I promise to respond within 24 to 48 business hours. To be considered an active student in my course, be sure to complete the syllabus quiz and the survey by this coming Wednesday, and keep up with the weekly assignments. If a student is not active in Canvas within 7 days, they will be dropped from my course. At the beginning of the semester, you will pick a research topic and stick to it for the duration of the semester. Each week, you will be making progress towards the final research project. Each weekly assignment will relate to your specific research topic. The final project will be an annotated bibliography in MLA style containing a list of the sources that you have gathered throughout the semester. This information will be covered in future modules. This course is divided into weekly modules. Each week you will complete interactive lessons, discussion assignments, and research assignments. The weekly interactive lessons contain readings, videos, and review questions. These are due on Wednesdays. After completing the lessons, you will complete weekly discussion assignments. Each discussion assignment will ask you to either do something and share it with others in the class or to reflect on a concept addressed in the interactive lessons. Each student needs to post their own comments by Wednesdays. Then after you post your response into the discussion forum, then see what your classmates have posted. By Friday, you must respond to at least 2 classmates. Keep the discussions professional and respectful at all times. Take this opportunity to encourage and support each other. Be sure that your responses to your peers are helpful and positive. Every semester, students vote on what they want to do at the end of the semester. Consider if you prefer to take a final exam or if you prefer to do a group presentation. The voting takes place during the first week in class, and it takes place inside the student survey. Please vote on your choice. Majority rules, so at the beginning of the second week in the course, I will have the survey results and I will notify the whole class if we're taking a final exam or if we're going to do group presentations. The rest of this video will present a demonstration on how to access and navigate my course. From an internet browser, go to the college's webpage, which is www.lasc.edu. From the top menu, click on Login, then click on Canvas. Then enter your student ID number and your LACCD password. Then click on Sign In. From the far left navigation, click on Courses. Locate our course, Library Science 101 College Research Skills. Welcome to my home page. Here you can find helpful buttons that link you to different areas within my course. You can click on the Start Here button, and that takes you directly to where you need to begin the course. Review the page, and then you can click on the Next button to proceed with the following assignments and the following pages. Now I'm going to go back to the home page. You can click on the Announcements button to follow up with the different announcements that I've placed in the course, directly access the syllabus, go directly to the modules, or go directly to the discussions. To get more information about our research project, you can click on the Research Project button. And this page tells you all the information that you need to know regarding our semester-long research project. Now I'm going to go back to the home page. You can also send anonymous feedback regarding this course by clicking on this button. Scroll down and you can find general reminders about our optional Zoom sessions and the links to the Zoom sessions, as well as a reminder about our grade point scheme. By the end of the semester, you must earn at least 270 points or more in order to get an A. Scroll down the page and then you can find the frequently asked questions button. Here's where you can find the most questions that I get in the course. And if there's something in here that you need more clarification, or if your question is not on here, please feel free to ask me. Now I'm going back to the home page. You can also find links to campus resources and important contact information. And you can also find information about Canvas and how Canvas works and how to set up different features in Canvas. Going back to the home page. And you can also find a link to this video. All of the learning, the lessons, and the assignments take place in the modules. You can access the modules by clicking on the modules button, or on the left navigation, click on the modules link. We begin with the module 0 for week 1 and module 1 for also week 1. During this first upcoming week, you will need to complete these assignments. The first one is the survey of getting to know you. These are questions that you get to tell me about yourself. Then review the syllabus and answer the syllabus quiz. After that, go to our very first lesson, which is Introduction to Information Libraries and Research, and our first discussion assignment. Then week 2 opens up on October 29th, and from here you can continue on with the different lessons and the different assignments. And then week 3, week 4, week 5, week 7, etc. To keep up with your points or your grades, on the left navigation, click on the grades link. And here's where you're going to find links to the different assignments and the points that you have earned. And you will also find my feedback. So please review the feedback as we go on through the semester. To access the recordings of any of our Zoom sessions, on the left side, click on the Zoom link. And you're going to land on the upcoming meetings. So be sure to, on that date and time, then you can click on the join, and that's where you can also join our live sessions. Some of the sessions are going to be recorded, and all of the recordings are going to appear in the Cloud Recordings tab. And once they start getting populated, you'll be able to go in here and access their recordings. The best way to contact me is to send me an email right within Canvas. So you can go to the far left menu and click on the inbox button. Then click on the compose message in the shape of a pencil. Select the course. Then select or type the name of the person. So you can type my name, put in the subject question about the first assignment, and then type in your message, and then click on send. Be sure that you check your email frequently so that you don't miss out any messages from me or from your classmates. I also strongly encourage you to set up notifications. And to do so, you click on your account icon and then go to settings, and then you have to add your email address. So on ways to contact, you're going to click on email address, and here's where you can add your personal email address, like your Gmail or your Yahoo. So that way, every time I send you a message within Canvas, you will be alerted in your personal email. So once you add your email address, click on register email. It will send you a confirmation email, so you have to go into your personal email and confirm it. Then once you do so, then click on OK, thanks. And now you will see all of the different email addresses that you've added. Once you've added your personal email address in the settings section, then you can click on notifications. And here's where you can set up how often and what kinds of notifications you would like to receive in your personal email. So locate the email address that you would like and then review the activities or the options for notifications. I suggest that you click on discussions, and then you can add notifications every time there's a new topic or a reply to one of your comments. And you do so by clicking on the little bell. So right now, if the little bell is grayed out and has a dash on it, means that the notifications have been turned off. So you can click on the little bell, and then you can tell it to notify you either immediately or to send you a daily summary or a weekly summary. I recommend that you either do a daily summary or notify immediately. I also suggest that you go under conversations and go ahead and add either a daily summary or notify immediately. Canvas conversations are the actual email messages that you would get either from me or from fellow classmates if they send an email to you inside Canvas. Be sure to review the different course activities and select the notifications that you would like to see. To help you keep up with the assignments, you can also use the calendar function. On the far left navigation menu, click on the calendar. And here's where you can see calendar entries about different assignments, deadlines, different Zoom meetings, etc. You can collect the calendar feed. You can copy that feed and then you could add it to your personal calendar either through Gmail or Yahoo or Outlook. So you copy that feed and then you add it into your personal calendar. If you need more assistance with Canvas, on the far left navigation menu, you can click on Help and you can find additional Canvas guides. So remember to go into my course and start off in week 1, module 0 and module 1. And to do so, again, just to review, access my course, then go to modules and start with week 1, module 0 and week 1, module 1. Let's have a great semester. Thank you for your time.